Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day to you all, especially the judges, teachers, and all the audiences. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Calista Elysia Maheswari. I'm from 4th grade of Al-Azhar Syifa Budi Talaga Bestari Elementary School. Thank you for having me here. In this occasion, I would like to tell you a famous folklore story about the kindness and the power of love, entitled The Legend of Keong Emas. Well, let's start with once upon a time, a long time ago, lived a royal couple named Prince Raden Putra and Princess Dewi Limaran. One day, while walked around the garden, Princess Dewi Limaran saw a snail in her favorite flower. She said, "Oh my goodness, what a big, ugly and disgusting snail! Please throw it away!" And then the servant threw the snail away from the garden palace. But they didn't know that the snail was actually an old powerful witch. Suddenly, the old witch appeared. "How dare you disturb me? You will pay for this. I will curse you into a golden snail." Magically, the princess turned into a golden snail. The old witch said, "The curse will disappear if your true love played the holy gamelan for you." Then she threw it to the river until it got carried away from the palace. In the forest near the river lived a poor widow who made living with fishing. One day she didn't catch any fish, but she was surprised to see a golden snail in her net. "Oh, what a pretty snail! I will take care of you, snail." She took it and brought it home. The next morning, she found that her house was already cleaned and she also had delicious food on the table. She was thinking very hard. "Oh, who did this to me? This person is very kind." It happened again and again every morning. Curious of what happened, the next evening she hid herself and watched as the golden snail grew into a beautiful lady. Oh my goodness, this lady must be under a spell. I have to help her." The widow broke the empty shell of the golden snail and threw it away. "Who are you, young lady?" asked the widow. "I am Dewi Limaran, ma'am, which cursed me. I can change back as a human only at night. The curse will disappear if my true love played the holy gamelan for me," Dewi Limaran replied. The widow felt so sorry to the princess and prayed that the prince would come and save the princess. Back in the palace, many years later, the king persuaded Prince Raden Putra to get married again. At first, the prince declined, but after some time, he decided to search for a wife. He said to his father, "Father, I will look for a young woman that looks like my previous wife." Then he and his guard started to wander. They passed many towns, villages, mountains, forests, but still haven't found a perfect bride. Until one day, they decided to have some rest in a small hut. The widow lived there served them with many delicious food. "Thank you for those delicious foods, ma'am," Raden Putra praised the old widow. "Oh, my pleasure, your highness. It's my daughter who prepared all the foods," the widow replied as she asked Princess Dewi Limaran to come out. When the daughter came out, Prince Raden Putra was very surprised, and he said, "Oh, you are looking like my previous wife that I miss the most. Would you marry me, beautiful lady?" But Dewi Limaran refused the proposal, and she said, "I will marry a man who can obtain the holy gamelan." The prince accepted it and went to the forest to meditate and fasted. After several days praying and meditating, God granted his wish. Raden Putra immediately brought the holy gamelan to the old woman's house. He played it beautifully, and then the lady revealed that she was indeed Princess Dewi Limaran, as the spell had broken. So, after all happened, Prince Raden Putra and Princess Dewi Limaran lived happily ever after. And that is the end of my story. Thank you for your attention. I hope you all enjoy it. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.